there, avid listeners. Thanks again for tuning into Sin's Workshop. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about Daughter of the Serpentine by E.E. Knight. This is the second novel in the Dragoneer Academy series. First novel was Novice Dragoneer, and you know what? This book was much the same, but I don't want that to sound like something bad, because it wasn't something bad. What I mean by much the same is it is still a character-driven plot. It's still driven forward by Illith and her Dragoneer training. She's an apprentice now. She's no longer just a novice. But she still faces a lot of challenges. I feel like she's continuing to show people how they were wrong about her, to think very little of her. And that's what I like about this story, because it really does follow a really good narrative. It really does grow in a way to be compelling, and that's what I do like about this series. That's what I do think is engaging about this series. I will say this: it is not a fast-paced novel. It's not slow per se, like with the previous novel. It's more of, you're leisurely jogging. But it does verge on slowness. There is some plot development. There is some a character development, especially for Illith. She's really rising to the occasion constantly, and that's what I do find really engaging about Illith. She has a stutter, and it's not even annoying, her stutter. I do wish the chapters had been broken up a little bit more, because it is a rather long book, but it is only 14 chapters, so the chapters do run long. I think that does slow down the pacing of the story. I think it doesn't give the reader much of a chance to breathe, especially if you're a reader who hates leaving off the middle of a chapter. I'm one of those. I hate leaving off in the middle of a chapter, but unfortunately, I did have to do that occasionally with this novel. I'd be like, I'm like, how many more pages to the end of the chapter? I'm like, that's a lot. So I would just get to the next break in the narrative, and I would stop reading there. So I do wish the chapters had been broken up a little bit more. I think it would have allowed the reader to breathe a little easier, if you get my drift. Now, I don't mind long chapters, but if you're going to have a long chapter, I do think that the momentum has to be increasing. You have to speed up the pace. But with this story, there is not a lot of fast-paced scenes. There are a lot near the end, as Illith is, dealing with, she finally gets to ride a dragon. She gets to, I'm joined by my son today. Mwah. Do you want to say hi? He's just learning how to stand, so he's quite fascinated with the phone as well. Nope, don't you stop recording this. Mommy's not on the call. I just think, Illith does get that chance to ride a dragon and fight pirates. So that was pretty much the most fast-paced part of the novel. Everywhere else, it really is just a character-driven novel. It really is. Illith is... Oh, Squirt, you just crawled right into my lap. That was very adorable. I love you. It's Illith is driving the plot. I'm sorry I keep stopping, but my son is just so cute. Illith is the character, she is driving the plot forward. She is the reason you're reading this story. You're not really reading it for the plot. You are reading it for the dragons. You really do get to see Illith connect with dragons, and you see the respect the dragons have for her. Did you like the story, Squirt? I did read the book out loud to my son. Did you like it? I'm pretty sure he liked it. But you're not reading this for the adventure or the action. You're reading it for Illith. You're reading it to understand this world. A goo-goo? You're reading it for Illith, like I said. I'm sorry, I keep getting distracted, so I'll try to cut this short. Like I said, it's not a fast-paced story. You are reading it just for the character Illith, to see her progression as a dragon apprentice in the Dragoneer Academy. And it's a really good journey. But I want to warn you, do not pick this story up if you think it's going to be high-stakes danger. She's a dragon rider. It's not like that. Yeah, she does get those few scenes where there is danger. There is some dragon riding, of course, in there. Like I said, she gets to ride a dragon. She gets to battle pirates near the end. But most of the story is just developing the world. It is developing Illith as a character. It is showcasing the strength of her character. It's not an incredibly fast-paced story. You get to know more of her origins. You get to know more of her history, and I really appreciate that. I also appreciate that she doesn't let her stutter get in the way of what she wants to be. All her life, she was, thought of less because she was an orphan. She is a girl. She has a debilitating stutter, but she is actually incredibly clever. She's very clever. She's thoughtful. She continues to shine, and that's what I like. She continues to earn the respect and admiration of her peers because of it, because she rose above the expectations of what everyone thought of her, and she became something. She made something of herself with her determination and her hard work, even despite having a stutter, because stutters can be debilitating for some people, and you get to see that for Illith in the beginning, a novice Dragoneer. It was debilitating for her, but she kind of just learned to accept it and to just take a moment to breathe and to really gather her thoughts and to be like, look, you're going to listen to me. I don't care if it takes an hour for me to say what I have to say. You're going to listen to me. She becomes very strong-willed, and you really do get to see her cleverness shine even more so in this novel, and that's what I really like about her. So once again, this was Daughter of the Serpentine. I'm going to go ahead and give it 4 out of 5 stars. Once again, don't pick up this book thinking it's going to be some fast-paced adventure with tons of dragon riding. It's not that, and I don't want anyone to get misunderstood. However, it is a story worth reading because it does have dragons. It does have a worthwhile plot with a lot of intrigue, and it does have a lot of strong characterization and character development, which make it really worth reading. I also do love the politics in the novel and the world building. I feel like E.E. Knight did an incredible job really building up the foundation of this world to make it accessible for readers. So once again, Daughter of the Serpentine, 4 out of 5 stars. I recommend purchasing the book off of bookshop.org because bookshop.org does donate to local booksellers in your community. You can select what bookstore you want to donate to. if there is a small mom and pop bookstore or any bookstore that you want to support, you can go ahead and send your money there. If money is tight, which trust me, I get it, I recommend checking out the book from your local library. Definitely, once again, worth a read, and libraries are a great resource for the community. Definitely deserve our support. And once again, I hope you will continue to support me by liking this podcast and sharing it with all your friends. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. And as always, happy reading.